Before the internet told us everything with very little effort, you could say Pokemon was a lot more mysterious than now. From pressing A makes catching a Pokemon easier to the mysterious Pokegods, the old Pokemon playground rumors always felt like a strange phenomenon that happened during the childhoods of many of us back then. Yet nowadays, one could argue that those playground rumors are a thing of the past, with that magic being completely gone. But I believe it's not entirely absent just yet. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, basically back in the days when the internet was still underdeveloped and limited, Pokemon fans would spread these rumors about the games that got popular and were strangely very similar to each other around the globe. There were all kinds of rumors, like for example a blue Pikachu variant in the Gold, Silver and Crystal games named Pikablue, Jirachi is hiding in the White Rock in Moss Deep City, more mechanical rumors like tapping the buttons made your moves deal more damage, or beating the Elite Four 100 times made Master Balls appear in the Pokemart. Sometimes even creepier rumors like the iconic Lavender Town syndrome were shared, in which it was said that the frequencies of that song made children in Japan hurt themselves. And of course, we can't talk about Pokemon rumors without the mention of one of the most popular gaming rumors ever, the Mew is under the truck rumor, in which fans talked on how Mew was hidden under the truck in this segment of SSN in Vermilion City, and you had to use HM strength to move it, revealing Mew. All of these rumors were of course fake, but it's still very interesting to talk about. Why did this happen so much to begin with, and why the Pokemon games? These rumors didn't spread just because kids made up a bunch of stuff, but because a lot about Pokemon and the hype around it made it more believable. Pokemon was the new big thing back then, with kids playing the games, trading cards, and watching the anime. Pokemon was the talk of the town in every town. And like I mentioned, the internet at the time was very underdeveloped. Most people didn't have access to it, and the few that did couldn't really find relevant amounts of information about the games. There were very few forums, and most of them relatively small, and at the time nobody really understood the full scope of the games or had a deep understanding of them, especially younger fans. So as a result of this, with the added naivety of kids, there was a big desire to share this secret knowledge among fans of the Pokemon games. We all knew that one kid that said that they had an uncle that worked at Nintendo. Sharing secrets or just information in general is a human trait that may come from the need or desire to build social connections, build intimacy, or foster closer relationships. You could be talking with your friends and hear things like, there's a Master Ball hidden in Team Aqua's base, and you would actually go there and check it to confirm it yourself. These rumors added some incentive for fans to keep playing the games, or to go back to them, but it also made discussion of the games more interesting. And I believe discussing about stuff like video games makes them live, quote unquote, for longer. I have a distinctive memory of a friend talking to me about the Lavender Town syndrome and how listening to it would make you hurt yourself. Apparently listening to the Lavender Town theme caused headaches that made you do that? In present day, this really does sound like the most absurd, cringy rumor you can think of, but back then, I believed it, and I was scared enough to turn off my volume every time I went to Lavender Town. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to things like this, so please do share in the comments about your experiences. Nowadays, anyone can look up a playthrough or a 100% guide of a game in minutes and get it over with, and anyone can easily confirm if a rumor is genuine or fake, which is a bit sad in my personal opinion. Back then, not knowing everything about the games was also a big part of the experience, and I think a lot of people value that. It's also why most people tend to avoid social media on the release of a game, to avoid any spoilers and potentially hurt their experience, since games get data mined very quickly upon release and every secret gets revealed to the public. But although those playground rumors are pretty much a thing of the past now, I believe they do still live on in another way that might be a bit strange to all of you at first. And as weird as it may sound, I'm talking about leaks. Yeah, a bit absurd at first, but let me tell you why I think this. When leaks for a new game comes out, like a new Pokemon game for example, it's all just a bunch of speculation at first. Nobody knows if it's real or not, but it does lead to a new wave of hype and discussion about what's being leaked and the details about it. When Fire Red and Leaf Green were leaked for the Nintendo Switch, fans started talking about how there's no way Nintendo or Game Freak would put these games on Switch, or how hype it would be for newer fans of the games to experience older titles. Would they add online trading and battling? Would they add the event tickets, the physical special split? Would they change or add anything at all? Well, except the event tickets, no, they didn't change anything at all. But that feeling when you're discussing all the possibilities of a new game and its content is always exciting, and personally, it does take me back to the good old days of Pokemon Playground rumors. Back in the 2000s and 2010s, most of the early non-official information we got about new Pokemon games came from the CoroCoro leaks, which is a Japanese magazine that was a popular source of information about early Pokemon games. These were very popular back then and led to a lot of discussion and speculation at the time. And since it was so popular, people also started creating fake CoroCoro leaks with fake Pokemons, evolutions, and brand new starter designs. Not knowing which leaks were real or fake made Pokemon fans discuss among themselves about it, and this feeling does personally remind me of those playground rumors, since we also had no idea at all if they were true or fake at the time. There are some occasions that don't really apply to what I'm going for here. The massive Terra leak that happened in late 2024 is a good example of that. And just in case you don't know, the Terra leak was a massive Pokemon leak that happened after Game Freak's internal servers were breached by unauthorized third parties. Nearly a whole terabyte of internal data was made public, and since these are all files from Game Freak themselves, they immediately lose that question of if it's real or not. It's basically like having Masuda himself come to your school and tell you Pokemon rumors instead of your friends. Even though nowadays most people don't really take leaks seriously due to the high chance of them being fake, most of the playground rumors back then were also fake, but it still led to some fun discussion and what ifs about the games. So in a way, I guess you could say that those playground rumors evolved into leak discussions. Instead of hearing something about Charizard getting a brand new evolution at level 100, nowadays you get something like reading a leak about Charizard getting a third Mega Evolution. That greedy bastard. And even then, people will usually ask you for your source. And if it's not a credible one with a good track record, they will give you the side eye and just move on with their day. Nowadays, people are tired of misinformation, so there's little tolerance for baseless rumors, and there's a lot of people that simply don't look at leaks at all, and much rather be surprised by the real thing, which I totally understand. But yeah, what do you think about this topic? Do you agree or not really? Feel free to tell me why, as I'm open to hear about it. I'm also curious to see about what were your experiences with this topic, or any crazy rumors you might remember from back then. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like if you did, and if you subscribe, you will receive this beautiful Pikachu toy for the grand price of free. Shout out to KCKM1 for the YouTube member. See you later, guys.